Okay. Good morning, everyone.
Good morning. Good morning.
Not getting enough energy.
Good morning.
Nice. So, welcome to Toastmaster meeting hashtag 164, everyone. The theme is and Amrita happened. When I heard the theme, there are a lot of flashbacks that came to my mind. First thing was when I was in 12th, brainstorming a lot of colleges. Of course, after watching movies like Happy Days, I thought college would be fun. I thought I'd go to a college where I'd have a lot of freedom. I can roam around. But finally, I ended up in a school called Amrita. Before we go on with the meeting, I'd like to introduce the 3 golden rules. First is please put your mobile phones on silent so that when someone is speaking on the stage, it won't disturb them. Second, please refrain from walking out or walking in while someone is speaking because it might distract them while they're speaking. This is for offline, and anyone online, please mute yourself while someone is speaking because again, it might distract them. I hope I'm audible to you guys. Anyone? Durga, Kaushik.
Yeah, you're audible. You're audible.
Okay, thank you. And the third rule is please refrain from talking about sex, religion, and politics. And if you're willing to do so, do it in a way that it doesn't offend anyone. So that's the 3 golden rules. Please keep those in mind. And if possible, the online people can come on video and show us your faces because none of us are ready properly. So thank you, Durga. And that's it from my side. Over to the presiding officer, Toastmaster Ganesh.
Thank you, Toastmaster Ganesh, for that warm start of the meeting, and good morning for the Toastmasters and guests. So I have a few announcements to make. We have a division meeting. Let me first open the meeting. Yeah. Meeting number 163, themed 164, themed and Amrita happened. I declare open. Well, I have few announcements to make. We have a division meeting coming up, themed Gemba on June 11th, starting at 3:30. And hostlers who are willing to come, please inform me or Toastmaster Harsha to get the gate pass and everything. And we have a new member as well, Toastmaster Janani. Since you are a new member, can you come forward and give a brief introduction about yourself?
So, hi everyone, I'm Janani J from ESC first year. Never-ending path, not knowing what lies ahead. A trail racing towards nothing, no fear, no dream, no life, but just a word. So, will I ever be able to discover the bliss of words? Well, lines can be said like this endlessly. Then what about words? Toastmaster is, I believe, a great fun learning platform where we can learn about public speaking and have fun with our college mates, friends. So I believe newbies like me can have a lot of fun learning adventure over here with seniors, juniors, as well as other colleagues. So some of my hobbies are speaking, which turned into a passion, and then doing small gardening work, then listening to music. Also, I'm a classical dancer and wishing to be an entrepreneur. So let's see how things work out. Looking forward to have a great journey with you guys. So thank you.
Well, that doesn't sound like a new member introduction, but yeah. Hoping you would get what you are searching for in Toastmasters, and welcome Toastmaster Janani. One more announcement is we have club elections coming up. We have our CLC going to roll out the availability of members. So please be ready. for your to mark your availability for the elections, and that's it for the announcements part. With that, I'd like to hand over the stage screen to our Toastmaster of the day with a common introduction, a tennis freak who is ever ready to speak, Toastmaster Harsha. Over to you. Well, this is pretty new. Thank you so much, Toastmaster Ganesh. Just give me a second. Let me remove my mask. All right. A very good morning. Good morning. I'm not going to ask you to tell good morning again. You're fed up of saying a lot of good mornings already. When it was almost on the 10th of July when I joined to Amrita, and the first day when I came to college, I looked at the college. Well, there was not so much big campus to look at, but I was just standing near the gate and seeing, okay, these 4 years of my life is going to be amazing. Was it amazing? That's a question for another day. That's a theme for another day. Well, in my 12th, I started searching out for a lot of colleges. I wrote JEE mains and I got a super good rank around, let's not talk about it. It looks like a bank account number. So let's not go there. Next, there was AP and TS MSET. I wrote it pretty well, but I did some amazing things in MSET. So what happens in MSET is, if you don't know a lot of questions at the end, you just mark all the questions with the same option, B or C, whatever it is. Accidentally, what I did was, I went to the first question. I selected B. So all the answers which I already wrote, I turned them as well into B. At the end, almost till 90 to 100 questions in MSET, I marked the same thing, and I ended up getting a very good rank again, around 60K. Well, I'm brilliant, I know that. So let's not go there right now. After that came Amrita entrance examination, AEEE. It sounded like JEE, but it wasn't as tough as JEE. I wrote the exam and I thought I'll not get into the college because I intentionally marked the wrong answer. I saw the question, I knew the answer, and I thought, I'm not getting into Amrita. So I'll mark the different answers. But fate had different options for me. This time, to my surprise, I didn't get a bank account number. I got my bank balance right now, around 2K. So that's how I landed up in Amrita. So there was this moment when I realized I have to stay in Amrita no matter what for the next 4 years. Any one of you, tell that moment when you realize that you're going to stay in Amrita for the next 4 years. Who wants to go? Tell that moment when you knew that you have to stay in Amrita for the next 4 years. Online or offline, anybody? Pratap is saying that when he's in Bangalore, he realized that he's going to stay in Amrita. Anyone else? Value-based education. Thank you so much, Toastmasters. Man, where do these cousins come from? All right, Vinay. Yeah. Did you study in Chaitanya? Narayana? Same branch, same family. Thank you so much. Vishnu, yeah. When you're school principal. Okay. That makes sense. He saw Amrita Coimbatore and he came to join Amrita Bangalore. Nice. Janani.
When my father saw the NIRF ranking of Amrita.
NIRF ranking. I see. Cousins. Okay. Let's discuss about cousins later. Anyone else? Durga, if you don't know, I'm looking at you because everyone else spoke.
You want me to share?
Yeah.
Okay.
I joined Amrita most probably because it was my backup. So I wanted to go outside to do my masters, and Amrita was my backup. And Corona came, and backup became my main option and my only option. So I joined Amrita.
Backup turning into primary. Sounds like a plan.
Yep.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Durga. Thank you so much, everyone. Well, getting into the right topic that I wanted to discuss about, while my friends were trying to get permissions for going out to parties, I was trying to get permissions for sneaking in biryani into the hostel. There were a lot of situations like these which were far apart from different colleges. That's the same reason why I wanted to search something different in Amrita. And I found a meeting hall named e-learning hall. That's when the whole perspective of Amrita changed for me, when I entered Toastmasters. So there is this one person who I really love so much for bringing Toastmasters into our life. That is Ralph C. Smedley, who established Toastmasters on the 22nd of October in 1924. As of now, Toastmasters International is having around 16,000 clubs with 350,000 members around 249 countries. Well, that's some achievement to talk about. Now, moving ahead, we have someone who portrays that he is really innocent, but if you know him, he is really not. He is someone who always stays in the room and tries to do something different with his life, but ends up being on the same note going to movies with his friends. That is Toastmaster Pratap, the general evaluator of the day. Over to you, Toastmaster Pratap. All right, good morning, everyone. Good morning. All right, that's a lot of good mornings. So I'm Pratap and I'll be the general evaluator for today's session. So my role is to lead the third segment of this meeting, which is the evaluation segment. So what I basically do is I sit in the audience and see how meeting is going and note down a few points which can be improved and how the meeting went well and how we can improve upon that. And in order to help me with it, I have three superstars to make my job easier. So the first, it is called the tag team. The first member of the tag team is the timer. For today's session, our timer is Toastmaster Janani, who came all the way from Martali to attend our meeting. And this is our first meeting, and she took the timer role. I've been there. All right. So, Toastmaster Janani.
Since it's my first day, so I'll use the script to tell about my role. Greetings, Mr. Madam Toastmaster, fellow Toastmasters and guests. As timer, I will time the table topic speakers, formal speeches, and the evaluations. I will also alert each speaker of the time they have left using the green, yellow, and red cards, which denote specific times remaining. Table topic speakers should limit their remarks to no more than 2 minutes. At 1 minute, I will raise the green card. At 1 minute and 30 seconds, I will raise the yellow card. At 2 minutes, I will raise the red card. Those giving speeches should limit their remarks to their specific speech terms. Icebreaker speeches should be 4 to 6 minutes in length. At 4 minutes, I will raise the green card. At 5 minutes, I will raise the yellow card. At 6 minutes, I will raise the red card. Most other speeches should be 5 to 7 minutes in length. At 5 minutes, I will raise the green card. At 6 minutes, I will raise the yellow card. At 7 minutes, I will raise the red card. The individual evaluation should be between 2 to 3 minutes. At 2 minutes, I will raise the green card. At 2 minutes and 30 seconds, I will raise the yellow card. At 3 minutes, I will raise the red card. Thank you, Toastmaster.
That's the timer introduction. Adding on to that, every speaker have a buffer period of 30 seconds. So just make sure you are in the given time limit. All right. Our next tag number is the accounter for today, Toastmaster Madhumitha, who came way early and is here preparing for the role. So yeah, Toastmaster Madhumitha.
Thank you for the wonderful introduction. Yes. So, I hope you all have guessed what my role is. I find the theme very relatable, and that's what and like this. So yeah, I find the theme very relatable. In everyday conversation, we often feel the need to fill the dead space with the filler words that are yeah, so next. When we are speaking to a friend, we may not realize how many times we are using it, and which in turn affects our the quality of delivering a speech. Therefore, the R counter plays a crucial role by throwing a light on the same. Hello everyone, I'm Madhumitha. I'll be the timer for today's poll. As I've given you an example at the end, starting of my introduction, that you all could find uneasy when I utter the words yes, and I repeated it. So there are the CRPF, which I will be noting down of everyone's speakers. C stands for the crutches. Like when you use the words, well, but, so, and next comes the repetitive words. When you repeat the same words again and again, and yeah, so again, so what can I do? Help like that. And then comes P, the pauses, which play an important role while delivering your speech. It is also a boon and a bane. When you deliver a story, the pauses, for example, and yeah, she made it. The 1 second pause makes your speech into a whole level. And there are also filler words such as yes, this means, etc. So my role is to note down this and present it in the report at the end of the meeting. Over to Toastmaster Pratap.
Thank you for that introduction, Toastmaster Madhumitha. Hope everyone avoid using the R's and all and make her work easier. Next up, we have a grammarian for today, Toastmaster Vinay, also called as the black gold of tab. Yeah. I would request Toastmaster Vinay to come on to the desk to give the introduction of grammarian.
Yesterday, while I announced the meeting, I took the role of timer. So there is one guy who called me and said, "Bro, please take grammarian." So I gave a hint that I do not wanted to take this role, but the things went out of my hands. So I finally took the grammarian role. Okay. So Toastmasters, I'll be your grammarian for today's meeting. As a grammarian, I'll be listening all the speeches carefully, and I'll be checking out if anyone are using the English language in a misused way, and I'll also be taking a note of language usages, and I'll also be taking a note of the quotes and any specific words or any wonderful words, and I'll present my report at the end of the meeting. Also, as a grammarian, my job is to introduce the word of the day and idiom of the day. Today's word of the day is hint, and the idiom of the day is get out of hand. Also, I request Toastmasters to give a thumbs up if anyone uses the word. Over to Toastmaster Pratap.
Thank you, Toastmaster Vinay, for your brief introduction about grammarian rule. I hope everyone uses the word of the day and the idiom of the day. All right, that's it with my introduction and the tag team introduction. I'll be back during the evaluation segment. So all of you do well, all the best. Over to Toastmaster Harsha.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Pratap and the tag team, for your wonderful split up of the roles. Well, moving ahead, how many of you have written at least one semester exam? Great. We have this continuous assessment where the first part is quizzes, next month semesters, at last 10 semesters. In the same way, a Toastmaster meeting has 3 parts. The first one being the prepared speeches, the second one, table topics, and the third is the most important part, the evaluation. Hi, Siddharth. Welcome to TAP. Well, the first part, as I said, are the prepared speeches, is where speakers come ahead prepared. Are they prepared? That's a question they have to ask themselves. But for the first segment being the prepared speeches, the first speaker for today is Toastmaster Praneeth. Onto the stage, please. Before Toastmaster Praneeth moves ahead with the speech, I would like to request the speech evaluator, Toastmaster Durga, to give up the speech objectives of Toastmaster Praneeth.
Thank you, Toastmaster Harsha, and good morning, everybody. A special good morning to Toastmaster Praneeth. So today he'll be attempting his L1 P2 S1 of the path strategic relationship. And the purpose of this entire project is for him to present a speech on any topic, receive feedback, and in the second speech, apply that feedback. So what we're going to do today is to see him present the first speech, which is to present a speech on any topic. Timers, please note the timing is 5 to 7 minutes. All the very best, Toastmaster Praneeth. Over to Harsha, Toastmaster Harsha.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Durga. Toastmaster Praneeth, scientific temperament. Scientific temperament, Toastmaster Praneeth.
So after the tedious exam on Friday, it was an operating system evaluation. My mentor, who is the great Mr. Pratap, has reminded me that, bro, it's been a long time since you have given a speech. So I was researching all the topics and all, and I was scrolling through Instagram and the history, the archive of the Instagram, and I saw, I gave a news speech on when I was in 9th grade. I kept that video because I want to look cool. So I kept that video on Instagram, and that was on scientific temperament. I gave like a TV host talk on scientific temperament, and I thought let's give that only. Now I'm not getting any new topics, so that's why I choose scientific temperament. So yeah, let's start. According to the Article 51A of Constitution of India, it is the duty of every citizen of the country to have scientific temperament, humanism, and the spirit of inquiry. Now, good morning, fellow Toastmasters. My name is Praneeth, and today I'm talking about scientific temperament. Instead of giving you the straightaway meaning of what is scientific temperament, I'll give my speech. Through that, in the end, I'll ask you what is scientific temperament. You have to answer. Okay? So I believe that scientific temperament starts early from childhood, very early. You can see, you just have to see, you just have to observe. For example, if a 6-month-old baby asks questions to the parent, what is that, what is this? And the parent answers like, this is a chair, this is a thing. He's curious about everything. When the baby is in the bed, he tries to crawl and fall down from the bed because he's curious what is down there. So I believe curiosity is the most fundamental aspect of human life. Curiosity is the most fundamental aspect of human life. Now, the baby asks any questions like the children or infants ask is what and why. The first question is what? What is that thing? And the second is why do I have to do that? Now what? For example, for example, a 4-year-old asks, what is milk? The parent answers, milk is a thing which you drink. It's come from cows and it has calcium. It's beneficial for you. And then he asks, why do I have to drink milk? Now the problem with the society or parents or whatever is they are very good in answering what is the what part, but they're very scared, reluctant to and stigmatized to answer why is that. If a child asks, why do I have to drink milk? He says, I'm parent, I'm telling you to drink milk, just drink milk. So I have to go to school. I'm telling you to go to school, just go to school. So we have destroyed the why part of that thing, and that is the main aspect of scientific temperament. Now, why has it been like this? We were not like this before. like when rishis and manis and the Gurukul system was there, the students used to learn things, and they would the assignment was at the end of the when they would graduate, they would just they would say to the guru that I've learned everything. And one day the guru said that just go out there and tell me a plant which is not useful to you. Just go outside in the forest and tell me a plant which is not at all useful to humans. Now he went there, and he just the child went there, and he came back to Rishi and said that, oh, I didn't found any plant which is not useful to the kids, to the people, humans. So the Rishi said that you have learned everything. But is it the case now in the modern education system? What is the culprit that we are not asking questions? We are not raising any. We are not curious about knowing anything. Even the things which we see every day, the innovations, we are not interested to know the reason. We are not curious. Any hints? Any hints? Can you guys give any hint? It's called colonialism. Colonialism is the reason why we have India has a kind of mugging up, the mugging up and buttifying everything. Now that is the reason why. See, when in the 17th and 18th century in England, the education system was formulated such that it was formulated for making peons and clerks there. And obviously, colonialism, when it came to India, it was at its worst, it was designed to make slaves, and at its best, it was designed to make peons and clerks. So that was the situation. The rules were you have to be obedient, no questions asked to the teacher, and you just, even for standing up and sitting down, you have to ask permission. Now British went away, but have we changed our policy? Have the schools practiced any practical approaches? No, right? No, no one is like that. Now, even yesterday, about scientific temperament or any this, the scientific temperament is not it's not a topic or aspect. It's just like a belief system where you are just curious to ask questions and to solve problems using your mind. So yesterday I was in AVP class, 1 credit course, so I have to compulsory attend, otherwise I'll fail. So I asked a question to Manish sir, and everyone, obviously, in everyone because everyone were shouting, "Hey Praneeth, question." And sir just said one thing: you all guys are behaving like crabs. You know how crabs walk? They walk behind each other, and when they walk behind each other, they try to pull away the next person and go front. Now that is not possible because the crab which is trying to pull from behind, also the crab is trying to pull him back. So basically it means that we are not developing ourselves, nor we are allowing others to develop. So that is the case. Now why I told you the destruction of scientific temperament in India. Why scientific temperament is important? Scientific temperament is important to create a progressive society which kills superstitions and illogical thinking. I'll just give you, for example, I believe scientific temperament is very essential in the primary stage of learning, not in like college. We're all developed by then. It should be from the primary schools only. Now in primary schools, you can't ask students to go outside, go to chemistry lab and do experiments, right? The simplest questions in the world people are trying to ask. I'll just give you a few questions. Just try to analyze them, and if you don't get them, ask me at the end. I'll say that. Now see your hands. Do you see veins? See, I am a little bit fat, so I can't see. But if you are like gym bro, you will have all veins. The blood is red, and the veins are obviously red. Then why the hell they are blue or green? Have you ever thought why these veins are blue and green? Does anyone know? Have you ever thought? And have you ever thought that why do touchscreens work only with our fingers and not anything else? Pen, plastic, metal, nothing will work. Only our fingers will work with touchscreen. Why? And why we just listen to instructions and we are not allowed to tell why we are doing that. For example, I'll give you a very simple example. There are fire safety lessons, right, in our school and college. They say that to never put water in a grease fire. Now, have you ever thought why we should? Have you ever asked the person why we should never put water in a grease fire? Have you did an experiment? I'm not saying to do an experiment, but have you ever thought why do we need to do that? Why water shouldn't be kept in the grease fire? Do you guys know the answer? Anyone? Right? No. The grease fire is basically oil, right? So why we don't have to put water in that? If you put water, the flame will come up. Why? Why is that reason? Have you ever thought? So that is the basically thing which Jawaharlal Nehru. He's a person who first mentioned scientific temperament, and in 1976 Indira Gandhi incorporated into our constitution. Jawaharlal Nehru says that scientific temperament is a way of life. It's a way of life, and it should be implemented in every social status, security, everything. It should be implemented, and we need to judge everything, and we don't need to listen to anyone unless we do an experiment and get the results. On conclusion, what I want to say is it all depends on the environment, basically. See, I'm fortunate enough that I studied in a nice school where I was encouraged to do scientific experiments, and I was allowed to ask questions. I was allowed to ask questions without being penalized. I was allowed to ask questions. The environment is the most important, and then the house also, it's very important. So that is the most important thing. I hope you guys at least you see everything and do that things. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Praneeth, for making us understand the importance of why. I hope every one of us, when we see a thing next time, when we see a phenomena happening, will question the existence of it with a why. Thank you so much, Toastmaster Praneeth, for enlightening us. Now, moving ahead again, in my first year, I was talking with a lot of my friends, and we were on a call after a long time, me and my +2 friends, almost after 8 months into the college. So I asked them, what are a few things that you do in your college, and how do you end up doing such nice things in college, enjoying in college, going out, having fun with friends, and all of that? I asked my friends, and they said, bro, the last time we went out, we went to a party, we roamed whole Hyderabad throughout the night, we enjoyed the whole day. And they asked me the same thing, bro, did you do something in your college? Yeah, I tried to do a few things in college. I tried to sneak in biryani and got caught. After that, I had to write 5 letters, one to warden, one to Amma, one to someone in Kerala. I don't know all the letters that I wrote. We were discussing all these things. But you know what? There is one advantage right here. You can face situations in a very splendid and in a better way when you are in Amrita. When someone asks you, why did you do that? You can come up with a reason on spot without thinking. And in a Toastmasters meeting, that happens with this impromptu session called Table Topics, where you get a question and you may take around 10 to 15 seconds to think and speak for 1 to 2 minutes on the same topic. And for that to happen today, you have someone whom I call a stick. No body shaming, no offense taken, Toastmaster Vishnu. And trust me, even though he looks like that, he jumps around in the college. He's almost in 7 clubs right now, and he's one of the most enthusiastic persons that I know. That is Toastmaster Vishnu, the Table Topics Master for today. Over to you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Harsha. It was a nice, warm introduction. And yeah, I'm the table topic master for today's meeting. For the first years or the new joinees, the table topics is a session where the members or the guests were given the opportunity to speak impromptu so that they can handle their speaking impromptu. And today I woke up very late, so I have to prepare questions in a way that they are very good and all. And I would like to request the timer, as she is the new person, that the time limit for the the table topics is 2 minutes. That is 1 minute for the green card, 1.5 for yellow, and 2 minutes for the red card. And they were given a buffer time of 30 seconds. And I have completed my introduction as well as to the table topic session. And coming to the session, who will be my first volunteer? Please come. Yeah. Your question is, if you were given the position of changing the rules and regulations in the college, what will you do first? If you were given the position of changing the rules and regulations in the college, what will you do at first?
Okay, if I would be the authority to change the rules, all the rules in the college, the first rule I'm gonna change is the uniform thing. I know it was the uniform thing was okay until my first year because I didn't even have it in my intermediate. But coming to the college again, this is the area where you would be having a lot of free space to roam. And that would be the first thing I would be changing. And the second thing I would be changing is the phones thing. I would allow every student to use the phone wherever he wants to use it, and even though in the class, because yeah, that's why you would be creative, man. And yeah, and coming to the college, I think it is a very liberal compared to the other colleges. Yeah, it is a very liberal, and where you can talk to the girls and you can even whereas in other most of the other colleges you can't even speak to the thing. And I would allow jeans pants and t-shirts and all. And I would also like to change the canteen thing first of all. And I would also like to change this whole campus into yeah, that's it. It's an official. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Mahidara. I think I am wishing that you will get that position in the future. It would be better for the juniors. And who would be my next volunteer? Please come, Toastmaster Ganesh. I would give you a very nice question actually. Speak about your experience after the end semester examination.
Okay, so firstly, I wish the end semester exams were online, because the amount of torture we're going through right now is a lot. Before the end semester exams came, I thought I'll prepare really well. I'll score at least 80 out of 100 in every subject. Don't laugh. People can dream. And after I went to the first end semester exam, thinking I score minimum 80, I looked at the paper. I lost hope. And I thought I won't even get 60. And that was the subject I do best. Then came the second paper. It was DBMS. He gave a 20-mark question. Who in the world gives a 20-mark question? If I don't know that question, 20 marks is gone. and there were another two questions which were 20 marks. So 60 marks gone there. And then I came to a point where I thought, let's just get it over with. Let the exams end. However I do, I should just pass. Minimum 80, minimum 40. I should just get E grade, is what I thought. And my end semester exams ended day before yesterday on Wednesday. And my last exam was soft skills. I didn't prepare a thing. And I thought I can copy by Googling or someone can tell me. But my bad luck was I came in a position such that I'd be visible from the teacher from anywhere in the lab. So I couldn't Google. I put the same option for all 100 questions. And then I got it over with. And it's a huge relief that the end semester exams are over. Since you asked, I hope I pass. And I hope my fellow mates pass too, because I care about others too. And that's it. I'm happy that the end semester exams are over. I wish I can go on a trip or go home after the open lab presentation that's gonna come up in a few days. And that's it from my side. Over to Toastmaster Vishnu.
Who would be my next volunteer? Toastmaster Praneeth. The question is, how was your life at Amrita during COVID pandemic compared to now?
See, life at Amrita before COVID was, I don't know, non-existent on the basic. Okay, I didn't even know anyone, and I had first semester CAD, you know CAD, right? AutoCAD. So I didn't even know that there were evaluations. I missed 2 evaluations. I didn't even know they have evaluations. That much reluctant I was in online. Okay, first semester somewhat all passed, done. Uske baad, friends, I know only the people, only for example, if 70 people are there in section, only like 5 or 10 are active in the groups. I know only those 5 or 10. And the other chance where I could meet new friends is through projects. That are the only 2. And in my class, they watch movies on Discord. I'm not that movie buff kind of guy. Okay, so I don't there I didn't interact. And what to do online? So I was totally dead person only. Didn't even study for end semester exam. I'll tell you a very good joke. It's not a joke, serious. For end semester exam, there was a subject called FDS in second semester, Fundamental of Data Structure. He didn't care if it was mid-sem, end-sem or what. For end-sem exam, it was for 100 marks. I attempted 2 questions. I didn't even know I attempted 2 questions, and I kept for re-evaluation. And that Kumaran sir was like, why did you keep for re-evaluation? You attempted only 2 questions. That's also wrong. That much reluctant I was. And coming to offline, it is way different. Offline, I'm somewhat studying. Have nice friends now, and it's like I can be like open myself, because some people are and I realize the people I talked in online, I don't even talk with them in offline. So it's a very different world, online and offline world. And these days, TCS, I just saw on Instagram that day, TCS is saying apart from 8% employees, the rest all employees will do online, 100% online. What life is that? Honestly, what life is that? Working from home, what life is that? I don't know. So most software companies are saying they'll do work from home. I don't know. I can't even do for 1 month, I think, that job. That's it. Thank you.
It was really hard to hear your experience. may after this COVID pandemic era, your life would be good at Amrita. I'm wishing it. And can I get any volunteers from the meeting, online meeting, that from the Zoom?
Hey, Toastmaster Vishnu. Acha. Hey, am I audible? Sorry for the disturbance. Sir. It's my fault.
Toastmaster Durga, you're audible. Invisible. Yeah. I'll give a simple question.
You give me a GK question?
Am I audible, Toastmaster Durga?
Yeah, you're audible.
Can I ask you a question? No?
Yeah, you can.
I'll give you a simple question.
Okay.
First bench or last bench, which is best? I repeat, first bench or last bench, which is best?
Okay, I'm gonna good morning, Toastmasters and guests. I'm gonna come off as a little bit of a nerd here, but I'm gonna take that chance and say first bench. Because first thing, my eyesight is not the best. So if I go sit in the back bench, it's not really clearly visible for me. Plus, in my entire life, I've always been a first bencher. You can say I was among the category what Praneeth would categorize as scientific temperamental people. So I was always interested in what was happening in class, and I always wanted to learn more. And I was always that kid who would add more education to the already existed education. So I'd always have something to say. So I was always been a first bencher throughout my life, and I honestly do not regret it because it was the best view, because you can it's just happening right in front of you. You don't have anybody sitting in front of you and like blocking your view. And I've not been the tallest kid in class. I've always been kind of short than everybody. So if there's a tall kid sitting in front of me, I wouldn't be able to see the board. So I would always suggest, and I would always go for the first bench because it's a really sweet spot, And the evil version of that is, this is the good version. The evil version of that is, the teacher always focuses on the middle side and the back side. You can sit in the front bench, do whatever you want, talk to anybody you want, and the teacher wouldn't notice. But if you're sitting in the back bench or the middle bench and you do that, you get caught. So these teachers, they have a predetermined, notion that if you are in the first bench, you won't do naughty things. So I used to sit in the first bench, do all the naughty things, still be able to hear the class and still be in the good books. So yep, first bench all the way, Toastmaster Vishnu.
Yeah. Thank you, Toastmaster Durga. And now my next question, I'm looking for a third year.
Vishnu, can I go?
Yeah, Toastmaster Vinay, please come up on to this. Kaushik, Toastmaster Kaushik, are you willing to take the table topic?
It's okay. It's okay. I'll go next.
Okay. This might be hard. The question might be hard. The watchman's salary at Amrita is 3 lakhs per annum. What are your thoughts on it? I repeat. Yeah. I repeat, the watchman's salary at Amrita is 3 lakhs per annum. What are your thoughts on it?
Okay. During our first year, our seniors would say that without ID card, the watchman won't allow us. But I was surprised that watchman salary is 3 lakhs per annum. So half of my friends would join Watchmen for Amrita. Also, when I was coming for college during my third year, I've seen one professor and I thought he was the watchman. And then when I was sitting in classroom, suddenly he came into the classroom. And I was talking with my friend, Are, why did the watchman have came here? And he was saying that he was a disaster management teacher. And he was one of our friends' uncle. So one day we were taking some topics about the disaster management and we would present that. I was so well prepared and I went to the stage. So I make sure that I won't get any kind of mistakes and I would present it in a way that it would look awesome. So I did it pretty well. And then this watchman, sorry, our disaster management sir said that your presentation was very good. It's awesome. And he was searching for some kind of mistake. He was not getting these mistakes. So as I did very well. And then at the end of the meeting, he said that you are having any kind of spelling mistakes, please rectify them. At that point of time, I was like, spelling mistakes? Seriously? Spelling mistakes? And then while I'm going, Are, he was really a watchman. Like, he was looking for everything other than the presentation. Are, while presentation, who would look for spelling mistakes? And then while I'm going, he was there and he was like, take rid of spelling mistakes. And then okay, coming to watchman, few of my friends would know what is he, so that they goes to the watchman and speaks a lot, like they speak something else. And seriously, watchmen have this speaking. Okay, thank you.
Even the watchmen are getting the good job in Amrita. Yeah. Toastmaster Kaushik, would you be the volunteer for my last question?
Yes. Am I audible?
Yeah, you are audible.
Yeah.
The question is, what makes you fit in Amrita? I repeat, what makes you fit in Amrita? The hint is either physically or mentally.
Okay. So what makes you fit in Amrita? So when I'm in college, like after having your lunch or breakfast or lunch, I say, like when I stayed in Madhura block, you can't get the place to enter into the lift. So you have to walk through steps to go to your room. So my room is in 8th floor. So after every lunch or dinner or breakfast, I have to walk all the 8 floors. And also, like, if my friends, the one thing is like I'm very enthusiastic, and also I want to walk and run more. So if any of my friends miss any things or something like that, they immediately call me and they'll tell me to bring something else, because I always either be in the ground or either be in the room. That's all. So whenever I'm in the room, they just call. If they're in outside the hostel or inside campus, they just tell me to bring something. So I also like to walk a lot, but coming to lockdown, it became very difficult. Just sitting in front of laptop, I gained nearly like 15 kgs, I guess, from 85 to 84 to 98. That's a drastic change. But I'm trying to, the online version of Amrita, like I'm trying to get fit. Yeah. But during the offline days, like, it's a wonderful thing. Like, I used to roam everywhere. Like, we can roam everywhere. Like, mentally you can be fit. I don't think, like, it depends on the persons. Like, being mentally fit. So it differs from every people, person to person. But physical fitness is like you just play games in the campus, hostel, campus, anyway. I guess that's enough. Rather than going to the gym and all. Yeah. Thank you. Over to Vishnu.
Thank you, Toastmaster Kaushik. It was a really nice speech. And these are my table topic questions which I have prepared for in a period of 20 minutes. And that's it from my side. Over to the general evaluator. Sorry, over to TMOD.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Vishnu. Well, for the online people again, thank you so much, Toastmaster Vishnu, for that terrific table topic session. I would say that more than a table topic session, it was more like tips and tricks to sneak in things into Amrita. Rant about Amrita, rant about your college life and semesters and everything and whatnot. That's what the table topic session was all about. And I think a table topic session should bring in that fun into the whole meeting. Thank you for energizing us, Toastmaster Vishnu. Well, before we move ahead, let's take a 5 minutes break. Timer, please show a red card after 5 minutes. Nanna, pause the recording, Ra. Pause, pause.
Harsha, can I tell something?
Yes, bro.
So I just want to Harsha, can't hear you. We can't hear you.
So I was just saying, it's so funny when people go for a break after you give a break. All right, let's get back. A very good morning, each and everyone, once again. Good morning. Talk, it's fine. We can do the meeting later. He took it seriously, dude. Sit. Let's start over. Good morning. Good morning. Thank you so much. Now, when we come to Amrita, this is the one thing that everyone does. Not just Amrita, let it be any college. We evaluate our life choices. In the same way, in a Toastmasters meeting, this session is very important. This is not like the overthinking that we do at 3 a.m. or 2 a.m. in the night, but it's more like an important session which describes our place as a speaker and what should we improve, what should we keep with us, and what should we leave. We'll get to know all these things in the meeting, in this session. Now, going to the evaluation session, I would like to call upon Toastmaster Pratap, the general evaluator, onto the stage, please.
All right, now let's start the evaluation segment. Before me and my tag team give our report, I would like to call upon Toastmaster Durga to give the evaluation for the speaker, Toastmaster Praneeth. Over to you.
Good morning, everyone, once again, and a very special good morning to Toastmaster Praneeth, who's my target speaker. Toastmaster Praneeth, I'm going to evaluate your speech in three segments. I'm going to talk about what worked for you today, what you can improve, and give you a challenge as well. Toastmaster Praneeth today got on the stage and chose confidence. He said, I know what I'm speaking, and I will speak confidently about it. With each and every sentence you spoke, I could see that
you really knew what you were talking about. And then he said, I'm going to make you think today. On a Saturday morning where nobody wants to think, I am going to come up with a topic and I'm actually going to make you think, which you succeeded in. Your statements had enough proof, and I love how you started with quoting an amendment, something from a constitution, which is the most concrete document we have. And Toastmaster Praneeth did that so wonderfully that we were all hooked to his speech. And it goes without my saying, but I cannot not say this. Toastmasters Praneeth today got on stage thinking, and he wanted to convince us that we all should ask the question why whenever we see anything differently. So he knew the passion in which he had to give his speech. And he did a marvelous job in how passionate he was. So the three things that work for you today is confidence, making people think, and passion. Now let's come to things that you can improve. Never start with so, but with passion. As passionate as your speech was, the beginning felt it could have been more bang on. But as you spoke, the energy levels went high. But the way you started the speech, you started with the so. As a non-native speaker, we all have that habit where we start a sentence with a so. But if you start a speech with a so, what will happen is that it will dilute what you're trying to say. If you start with a bang on introduction, that makes a very different impact. If you had just started saying Article 51A, say so and so, and not with a so, it creates a different impact than when you're starting a sentence with something like a so. Try it out next time. I'm sure you'll feel the difference. Second thing that I want you to work upon is pauses. When you have this much amount of content, and it's not a light content, it's not something you can simply listen to. It's something that you have to dedicate and sit in through and through. You were having so much information. So when you have that many information, the thing that nails the speech is not the speech itself, but the pauses. It gives us time to take in what you're saying and think about it. The last thing that I want you to work upon is conclusion. Whatever you say throughout the 15 minutes or 5.5 minutes you spoke, if your conclusion is not concrete, that won't give you the effect that you want to. But if you have a concrete conclusion, going impromptu and going light is very, very, very nice. But next time, write a conclusion. Write those words that you want to say, the exact words that you want to say out. And if you do that and you practice it for a while, you will see the difference. So that is the three things that I want to work on. First is not starting the sentence with the so, but with high energy. Take pauses and have an amazing conclusion. And the challenge is, when you're on stage, if you keep walking around, the attention from your speech moves to the movement. And especially when you're delivering a speech as powerful as the one you give. When you have to have people focus on you and not on your movements, use bare movements. You can use your hands, you can use as much as your upper body, and you can leverage it so much, but not walk around. The other thing is that if you get used to walking around now, later in your stage when you're delivering your speech, that will impact you. So that is one thing that I want to challenge you about. Other than that, it was such a really good subject. I'm so proud of you to think of something and to be the person who's asking, why is nobody thinking about this? And why is nobody making this change? So I'm really proud of you. Wonderful job ahead. I hope you get to incorporate all this and see the change yourself, and that's how you grow. And that's it from my side. Over to the general evaluator.
Thank you, Toastmaster Durga, for that brief evaluation. Now I would like to call upon the grammarian for today to give her evaluation. Give his well.
Good morning. Okay, coming to the word of the day and the idiom of the day. Sorry to disappoint you guys. Only I used it. No one used it. When? Okay. So sorry, I didn't notice. Sorry. And coming to the speech, it was a very good speech. And also, during giving speeches, try to complete the sentence which you frame. Like you're saying some of the part and you're leaving some part. So try to complete them. And also, I found a word which is not, I think it's like buttifying. So try to avoid that kind of words. And Janani told about a poem which was very nice. And I didn't feel like it was an introduction speech. Everyone spoke well. I was not able to find any kind of mistakes. Also, during speeches, if you want to deliver a speech perfectly or neatly, try reading some kind of books and try reading poems. Also, if you are not a kind of book reader, try watching movies with subtitles so that you can improve your English skills. Also, I was so disappointed that no one, only 3 of us used the word of the day and idiom of the day. So try using the word of the day and idiom of the day. And that's it. Thanks.
Thank you, Grammarian Vinay, for that evaluation. I would like to call upon the R counter for today, Toastmaster Madhumitha.
Hello everyone, I'm back with my counter report. So today Toastmaster Vinay has used the word and 3 times and had 4 R's, 3 M's. Toastmaster Pratap had 2 R's, 1 Toastmaster Praneeth had more than 5 R's and he has used the word and more than 2 times. He has also had 5 R's is different and is different. Toastmaster Vishnu, it was a very good session. You made the meeting more fun. He has used very less R's and Ums. Toastmaster Kaushik has used 5 R's, 3 Ums, and he has also used the word so 1 time and but 2 times. I would also like to give few tips which helps you to reduce your fillers, that is the CRPF in your speeches. First, slow down your speech. Slowing down your speech will help you to gather your thoughts and help your thoughts to catch up with the speech you give. Second, embrace the pause. Try to record yourself so that you will know where you have used the filler words again so that you can rectify it and improve yourself. And the next one is prepare your speech. Practice it 3 to 4 times so that you will get to know where your weaknesses and your strengths is. That's all from my side. Over to Toastmaster Pratap.
Thank you, Toastmaster Madhumitha, for that brief report. And I would like to call upon the timer for today's session, Toastmaster Janani, to give the report.
First of all, thank you to all of those who came and spoke here. For someone new like me, I could learn a lot. You guys are really cool. Coming to the time limit, for the prepared speeches, Praneeth, the required time was 5 to 7 minutes. So his actual time which he took for his speech was 7 minutes, 30 seconds. So I didn't know that the 30 seconds were there for buffer time. So it's within the time. And then coming to table topics, first one, Praneeth, who took 2 minutes, Harsha 1 minute, Ganesh 2 minutes 20 seconds, Durga 1 minute 40 seconds, and Vinay 2 minutes, Kaushik 2 minutes. And then coming to the evaluation segment, first for Durga, I couldn't do the time limit because I was engrossed in her evaluation, and then Ganesh had to remind me of the job. So I didn't take the time limit for Durga. For Vinay, the time limit which he took was 1 minute 45 seconds, and Madhumitha for Grammarian, it was 1 minute 50 seconds. So yeah, that's it from me. Thank you.
All right, that's with the tag report. So I'll start with my evaluation. Starting with the essay, Toastmaster Ganesh, job done right. See, basically, the job of essay is to keep a benchmark on how energetic the meeting is going to be. So if you keep it high, the following people will make sure that they're above that limit. Make sure you start the meeting off with even more energy. You done well, but you can do even more better. Coming to the presiding officer, Toastmaster Ganesh, though it's the last minute, you have done pretty good job. Just make sure you get all the details right. And TMOD Harsha, what can I say? Excellent job with the interaction in the beginning part. You grabbed everyone's attention, and the theme is also a very much relatable theme, and everyone got connected very well. And also, I love your sarcasm, especially while speaking about the college. And coming to the speaker, I think Toastmaster Durga has covered most of the points. Your speech is an eye-opener speech. It make question ourselves a lot, and there are a few points which I think Toastmaster Durga missed. I would like to point them out. In the beginning, you told that you are going to ask about what is scientific temperament, but in the end, you didn't ask about it and you didn't get the response. So yeah, make sure you follow what you see. And also, the objectives is to prepare and deliver a speech and take the feedback and implement it in the next speech. So if you are going to get feedback, you have to give the best speech possible, and then on top of that, you have to get the evaluation. If you are giving a normal speech and getting normal evaluation, then you will be implementing the few small things in the next speech. But if you are giving the best speech and getting evaluation on top of that, then it will be even more, your next speech is going to be even more better. So keep that in mind. And as a mentor, I know that you prepared for a very less time. Just try to prepare for a little more time, and also avoid the small details about how you took the speech role and how you prepared for the speech and all. Okay, make sure you keep that in mind. And coming to the tag team, so in the intros part, you have done good job on giving the intros, but keep the intros short and the tips which you are going to give so that the people can follow during the meeting, keep them a bit more high. If you're taking certain amount of time, give maybe 40% to the intros part and 60% to the insights part. So just make a note of it. And coming to table topic master, Toastmaster Vishnu, the topics are very much relatable to the theme. That's a good job on that. I would suggest you write the topics in a book instead of using your mobile phone. It'd be a bit more professional. Okay, and also be more enthusiastic while you're on the stage and while you're giving the table topics. And as soon as you come on the stage, you are the magician of this show. If Toastmaster meeting is a show, you are the magician of this show, and the table topic session is the most interesting part of this meeting. So keep the enthusiasm high. All right. After all, Toastmaster Harsha gave you a very good intro about how enthusiastic you are. So yeah. Coming to the speech evaluator, Toastmaster Durga, I like the way you gave improvements based on the objectives. So his objectives are to get feedback and implement it in the next speech. So according to that, you are given the improvements. Good job done. And yeah, that's for the speech evaluator. Coming to the tag team report part. So Grammarian, please make sure you note down everything. And as it doesn't look good if you're not giving credit to someone who has done the job. Like Toastmaster Vishnu and Praneeth have used the word of the day and the idiom of the day. So just be a bit more attentive and give credit to them. And also you could have given a few more points upon how good people have used the words. Like Toastmaster Praneeth have used a lot of good words. Make sure you appreciate it. That motivates the speaker. Coming to the R counter, during the evaluation part, you have done a great job by giving the tips on how to reduce the R's and N's. So yeah, timer, good job done. As this is your first meeting, you have done job well. And at the same time, I would suggest you give insights like the others gave, so that it will be a bit more insightful for the people. That's with all the speakers and people who came on stage. So I have a few general tips. So while you're on the stage and if someone was called, make sure you shake the hand before leaving the stage or coming over to the stage. And also everyone be a bit louder. Since we don't have a mic, you people are not audible. I was sitting in the last, so that I want to make sure that if someone's speaking, the last person sitting will also hear what you're speaking. And Toastmaster is a professional platform. Be a bit more professional. Be it the way you sit, the way you speak, the way you dress, everything. Make sure you are more professional. Also, recently I spoke to my mentor and she asked a few questions that made me contemplate about what I'm doing here. And at the same time, today my mentee gave a speech about why, the question why. So instead of giving more insights, I would like to ask a few questions which will give answers to those questions. By I want you to give answers to those questions. So the first question I want to ask is, why did we start late? We are 20 minutes late. Why did we start late? Anyone can answer? Okay. So how can we rectify those? All right. It would be great if someone probably from XCOM can note all these things down. Yeah. The second question. What did we learn today? Anyone can answer. And yeah, each of you can answer. Okay. And Toastmaster Janani, you're the new member, right? What did you learn today? Okay. And Toastmaster Madhumitha. Okay.
So that we don't waste other precious time. Everyone will have their own work. So it's better to start the meeting 10 minutes.
All right. You're already punctual, so what's something you learned new? Yeah.
Today I got some more confidence from a new Toastmaster. It was the first time being to take up a role, and she did it very good. So I learned many things from her, many new words. And yes.
Okay. Vishnu? Mahir? Okay. Anybody else want to? Yeah. Praneeth? Ganesh? Okay. Harsha?
One more thing that we can improve is we think that even
Durga. Okay, Durga is not there. Okay, Kaushik.
Yes.
Hi.
Okay. Can you repeat like what you are asking?
What is something that you learned today? Something new.
The conference in the meeting. I like how people like I can see the transformation like when I'm in when I'm in college in the past, the confidence in the people coming to take the table topics more. I like the confidence in the members a lot. Uh,
Okay.
I just like to say keep it on keep the conference up and just take the table topics like this. Go on.
All right. Anybody else? Did I miss? Okay, Gopika.
Yeah, I can answer for that. Every time someone speaks, I see a different way of doing a role. For example, right now, as the general evaluator, Pratap, you are asking questions, which is not something that everyone does. So that's a different way of doing a role, and you're asking the audience what they felt that they learned. That's something that we can always do in a meeting. And there's always a learning curve because of that. I was also learning about what Praneeth was saying in his speech, which is something that I've never thought about. So that's something new for me too.
All right. Okay. Thank you for that. And Ganesh.
And I should thoroughly be prepared with any role because it's been a long time since I've been in Toastmasters. I still forgot some golden rules which an essay has to dictate. And second is I should always be thorough by having a backup in every role. I should keep in mind because I had a problem with the presiding officer. If it wasn't for Ganesh, if it wasn't for a person who was there to take up the role, then it would have been a problem to fill up that role. I learned to be thorough and make sure that I don't repeat the mistake.
Toastmaster Mazahir.
Yeah. 1 second. Just parking on the site. 1 second. Okay. Hi. Hello, guys. Sorry, there was a network issue. Can you guys ask me once again? What is it?
What is something that you learned new today in the meeting?
Okay. Nothing so far. Nothing new as such. I'm pretty much on the way. Didn't want to. They don't think anything of new, but something that I realized. I won't say I learned something new, but something I realized today. What I realized is that it's not about how much you think or wish you can do. It's all about how much you're really willing to do, is what I realized today. There was some incident that has happened in the morning. So based on that, yeah, I think there's something new that I thought.
All right. Thank you, Toastmaster Mazahir. Moving on to the next question. Rate the quality of this meeting on a scale of 1 to 10, starting with Toastmaster Madhumitha. Janani. Okay. Just make sure you know the answers to why you didn't give 10 out of 10 and miss those few points. So, moving on to the next question. Why do we evaluate? I'm sorry, I think I missed Gopika, Kaushik, and Mazahir.
8.
Okay, Mazahir.
As much as I heard, I only came around the evaluation time. So based on that and tab, for me, it's always been 10 out of 10. Thank you, Dinesh.
Okay. Gopika?
I'll go for a 7.
Oh. So the next question is, why do we evaluate speakers? Okay. And anyone else?
Can I answer that?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, the reason why we evaluate a speaker is because every time a speaker delivers a speech, and if we are so prepared, we always think we are the best. That's the feeling. But then there is an evaluator who would always provide you an area of improvement. So to know, despite of you thinking you did best, still where is that opportunity where you can improve? So I think that's the reason why do we evaluate a speaker. That's my opinion.
Anyone else? All right. Next question is, do you have your previous meetings evaluation? Okay. If yes, then did you implement those past improvements which you got in this meeting? If yes, then good job done. And the next question is, do you want your friends to attend the next Toastmasters meeting?
Yeah.
And the last question is, do you speak to your mentor about how this meeting went and how you did null and ask for improvement? Everyone? Okay. Others? Then I think maybe you have to think about it more and get to know the answer. So that's my part, and over to the Toastmaster of the day, Toastmaster Harsha.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Pratap, General Evaluator. Thank you for taking it on a very different note and asking people to self-evaluate them instead of getting in your perspective. It's always about self-learning in Toastmasters a lot of times. Thank you for bringing that factor in Toastmaster Pratap. A big round of applause to Toastmaster Pratap, please. Now, it's this time where I take a break. Well, before I take a break, let me tell you this one incident where I felt, and Amrita happened. Or I would say, and Amrita happened. There are a lot of instances like this in the past 3 years. When I turned online, the only ray of hope that I had in whole 2 years was Toastmasters, because no club in the college was active. Even though it was active, what all we did was making PPTs for a few presentations where only 5 to 6 people would turn up. So all of this happened in 2 years, and the only lively place that I could watch for is Toastmasters Amrita Bangalore. And I felt, and Amrita happened. So there are a lot of instances where we feel that, and Amrita happened. But when we concentrate on that part, we leave out on a lot of other things. And even though you concentrate on that part where you feel sad about being here, it's that sadness which keeps us together. It's that sadness which makes us our bond stronger. Because no one else in this world would think of speaking in a biryani and get caught for speaking in a biryani. And at the same time, no one would feel bad for coming back at 7 o'clock in the night to the hostel. Because if you're 2 minutes late, you won't get your ID card back. So when all of this happens, the situations that you face as a crowd are similar. And that's what makes you stronger as a club, as friends, or as human beings. Thank you so much. That was my time. Over to the presiding officer, Toastmaster Ganesh. Well, that was a insightful session and energetic session, Toastmaster Harsha. Well, before I conclude the meeting, for those who don't know, Toastmaster Mazahir is the current Division G director. So, Toastmaster Mazahir, would you like to address us, say a few words or something?
Yeah, I would love to. I will probably come on the video if only I was not driving. It doesn't really look nice. I'm here for a special reason, guys. Tab has always, been in my heart. Tab has always been home to me, and Tab is where I can say my real leadership journey started. Because when I became an area director, couple of seniors would know it here that I still have a very special bond with all of you guys, right? I'm here for another reason because to all those who are not leaving Bangalore in about couple of days, we have a special event happening, the last event for this term, where you will have an open mic, you will see a roast and toast of Division G leaders, and you will see a lot more happening on June 11th. You can get in touch with Harsha and Gopika for more details. These guys are one of the main coordinators also. So I would like to invite all of you, all Tapsters, for that meeting. I always have a wide smile the moment I see Tapsters at any event of mine outside. I'm sure Harsha knows about this. Gopika has already seen it, and a couple of other leaders have seen it as well. So I'm here for a special reason. I'm here to invite you all for our June 11th event. It's at 3 o'clock in the afternoon, 3 till 5, followed by a dinner, if anybody wishes to join us at Iron Hill Marathali. Thank you. Back to you, Presiding Officer.
Well, thank you, Toastmaster Mazahir. And I'm sure you will see a bunch of tapsters in the event. And coming to the meeting, and Amrita happened. Well, it is relatable to everyone of here. And after inter is completed, and our parents are wondering which college should I enroll my child into, and we got here, and everyone are wearing saffron and moving around in the campus, and we are worried, are we going to enjoy in this 4 years of BTech life or not? And after that, we joined Tab, and everything is perfect. So at least for me, I'm sure for every Tabster. So though this meeting have few background hiccups and started 20 minutes late, everyone showed up. Some people joined from Hyderabad, and Durga joined from Kerala, and our newest member, Toastmaster Janani, came from Matali. So we are here. We did show up. So that's what matters, and we always find a way in Toastmasters. That's what matters. With that, if anyone have any feedback, you are welcome to speak on the stage. Online. Yeah, Toastmaster Praneeth. Come on.
I guess there's no feedback I want to give, but I gave my speech and have, as per our general alert, Toastmaster Pratap, have left some few things out. Didn't conclude that well. So I asked a few questions. Have any of you got any answers? Like why are our veins green? Anyone? Anyone online? Why? So the answer is, I think you have learned in like your 11th and 12th class, the wavelength of light. There are 7 colors, right? So the white light is actually consists of 7 colors. So all of our inside our skin is red. So when the light reflects into our veins, the red light gets absorbed by our skin, and only as blue or green has the least wavelength. So it is inversely proportional to the most frequency. That's why we can see green or blue. So that's the reason. And that is my point basically. You need to appreciate, we take things so lightly. We need to appreciate the things which we are using. We are in a Zoom meeting right now. We are in a Zoom meeting. You are using Wi-Fi, right? You're using Wi-Fi. So this, the router, the LAN cable, it is connecting to US through sea. It is going through sea to US server. It's again pinging back to our server, to the Kerala's Gopika, our Durga server. So many things are happening in the background, and we are not even realizing that. That's the thing I want to just think. That's it.
So I have a suggestion for you, Toastmaster Praneeth. Consider a career in faculty or teachers related field. You have a bright future in that. And anyone else would like to give feedback? Come on, Toastmaster Mahidar.
Okay. Yeah. The meeting was pretty good. But for up to me, this meeting was a bit dull paced and a bit not so good. Since I joined Tab, I always have seen Gopka and Durga over here, and today I feel I miss them because since they've been there, the Tab, I mean, Tab felt so good, but today I do realize I really do miss them a lot because the meeting was not that good, and I do want to address that these guys, I mean, these third year guys has always been the backbone of the Tab. They've always been arranging everything for the Tab and dedicating themselves for the Tab. But if they do fail to do so, I think the meeting would be like this. So I never want them again to repeat this because it would the meeting would not be so good. Yeah, that's what I feel. Thank you.
Yeah, we do have a major missing towards Toastmaster Gopika and Toastmaster Durga. Tab misses you. And with the learnings, we know that what we need to be improved upon. So we always can incorporate the learnings we learned today in the next meeting. It's not like this is the last meeting, right? And yeah, anyone else would like to go give your feedback?
Ganesh, can I go?
Yeah, Toastmaster Kaushik, over to you.
Yeah. So I guess like while starting the meeting, we can all this setup and all we can do it before the time, not during 10 o'clock. And also I saw when Pratap asking the question, why is the meeting late? I see everyone turning towards Harsha. I don't think Harsha is like only the responsible guy. Like I feel the people who are there in the meeting, coming to the meeting, anyone can take the role and anyone can help Harsha out, can come up and be the lead, and they can do the things. So I guess this is not only for the XCOM, like the members themselves can take the responsibility and do the things. This is what I want to do.
Okay. Yeah, thank you, Toastmaster Kaushik. And trust me, we came to the meeting hall by 9:15, but things are not in our favor. So yeah, we will work on that. Thank you for the feedback. And just to add on a point, our general evaluator Toastmaster Pratap sent everyone here a broadcast message containing the voting link. So please go ahead and vote. And Toastmaster Harsha, would you like to give us feedback? Okay. Please go ahead and vote. And Toastmaster.
Yeah. Ganesh, I can give feedback.
Who would like to go first?
Okay. Whoever is going there, I'll go next. Okay.
Yeah, Toastmaster Vishnu. Over to you.
First of all, I want to say that our PR team, Vice President Toastmaster Ganesh, is sending mail to everyone. He's reminding us, please do watch those mails. He's trying a lot to make the meetings visible to everyone, so that please be on time. And today I was very bit slower in my voice as well as in the introduction. I was very bit confused as I woke up very lately today. I forgot to keep an alarm, and I should implement this in my next session, next meeting, so that I would give the good introduction as well as the good questions. And with the table topic session, I have seen many volunteers coming on their will. Usually in any Toastmasters meeting, we would like choosing the members in the meeting. But here it was quite different. The volunteers are willing to come and give a speech, and it is good. It was well improved from the previous sessions. And that's it from my side. Over to Toastmasters.
Thank you, Toastmaster Vishnu. With that, I'd like Toastmaster Janani. Would you like to give any feedback as a new member? Over to you.
Hi, thank you for giving me this opportunity to be here. I was sorry for being late today on my part. I was stuck in traffic. I'll make sure that I don't repeat this next time. And then I think I had to learn a lesson from each one of you. Within just attending one meeting, I could learn a lot from each one of you, like changing ourselves, the way we talk, stage gestures which have to follow, like giving handshakes. Everything was a great learning today. And I hope that I learn more and have fun with you guys. So thank you. I guess that's all from my part, which I learned today as the newbie. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Janani. It's a very small thing. When the meeting is happening at the end, if we know that we are going late on the agenda, let's take the feedback part after the meeting. Or if you want to ask questions as general evaluator, take it after the meeting. Because if we would have wrapped up almost 15 minutes before. So Toastmaster Janani, onto the stage, announce the results and close the meeting. Thank you, Toastmaster Harsha. Toastmaster Pratap. I'd like to request everyone to please go ahead and vote. Only Pratap got only 6 responses. Almost. It's only one person need to vote. Pratap. Well, we have the results. The best of Big Four. Any guesses? Yeah, you all guessed right. The best of Big Four is the general evaluator of the meeting, Toastmaster Pratap. And the best of tag team. Yep, it's our new member, Toastmaster Janani, the timer of the meeting. Congratulations, Toastmaster Janani. And the best of speakers. Well, we have only one speaker, Toastmaster Praneeth. Still congratulations. And the best of table topic speakers. Well, it is Toastmaster Mahidar. And the best of speech evaluator, it is Toastmaster Durga. Congratulations, all the best of role takers. You all did amazing. And that's it from our side. With that, I would like to conclude the meeting number 164, themed and Amrita happened, closed.